far as the government is concerned, it is a republic and has a constitutional democracy. And for religion, it has a predominantly Sunni Muslim population, that is 99%, and 1% Christian and Jewish population. Some of you perhaps know very little or nothing about Algeria, so take note of these facts. The total population is estimated at 36.3 million. Languages spoken in Algeria are Arabic, that's official language. Berber, this is a national, Berber, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, that's a national language, and also French. Remember, they were colonized by the French about 100 years ago. Algeria's agricultural products include wheat, barley, oats, grapes, olives, citrus, fruits, sheep, cattle, among others. And as far as industries go, Algeria produces crude oil, natural gas, and others. And in trade, she exports petroleum, natural gas, and other petroleum products. So that's so far for a little profile of Algeria. And I'd like to welcome to the studio this morning Her Excellency Mrs. Nassima Baghli, the Ambassador of Algeria to the Netherlands. Welcome, Ambassador Baghli.
Thank you.
I hope you didn't have to work too hard to find this place.
No, it was easy to find.
Super. Well, we're very honored to have you. It was nice to be with you a couple of weeks ago at the embassy during the Algerian Day, and we thank you so much for accepting our invitation to come here today. And we hope that we'll be able to educate our listeners a little bit, make Algeria a bit more known to our listeners. As you know, Amsterdam is a center and the heart of the Netherlands, although The Hague also is. But I believe Amsterdam has a unique composition of international migrants. And so we'd love to know more about Algeria. Now, what is the weather like today? What do you think the weather will be like today in Algeria?
Okay, thank you. Before answering your question, I would like to say good morning to our listeners,
Yes.
And the first thing I would like to do is first to thank you, Radio Naija, for inviting me today,
Yes.
and giving me the opportunity to talk a little bit about my activities in the Netherlands, and to present my country. So, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I would like also to thank Radio Naija just for existing. Yes, that's true.
For the compliments.
Because, you are offering a voice to Africa here in the Netherlands.
Really?
So,
wow. An applause for that.
That's true, it's true that you are doing a lot towards the African community here in the Netherlands.
Thank you.
I know the Africans are very well integrated here in the Dutch society. But anyway, I think they need to hear about Africa, about their home countries, and to have some news.
Yes.
So it's very good that Radio Naija is bringing them those news and, and talking to them. And I just came, when I came, you had a program, I think, about youth.
Yes.
So I listened, to the people who talked and gave their opinions, So it's very, very good, and really I would like to compliment you about what you are doing, and your job is very useful, and I would like to encourage you,
Thank you so much.
Your Excellency, thank you so very much. Okay. So
coming back to the question.
Yes.
So in Algeria, I've been said that we had a lot of rain those last weeks. And we are very happy, of course. As you know, we are very happy in Africa to have some rain, because rain is scarce in our continent.
Yes.
So we are very pleased to have some rains, mainly for the agriculture sector,
Okay.
But I had my brother on the phone just 2 days ago, and he told me that the sun is shining now.
Sun is shining now.
So after the rain,
the sun is shining.
That's Africa,
Wonderful. No, so what do you really love about Algeria, your country, and what do you think our listeners and the outside world should know about your country?
Yeah. So what I like about my country, many things, of course. But maybe I would think about the hospitality of people.
Yes.
And it's not only typical from Algeria, but from Africa. We all know that African people are very hospitable, and you know they like people, and they invite them, and they are very warmful. So that's maybe the point I like in my country and my citizens, yeah. Among other, you know.
Yes. The hospitality,
yeah, hospitality, yeah.
is number one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, listeners, as you know, we are transmitted right now on 105.2 megahertz and 103.8 on cable. And we wanted to give us a call as we proceed. Feel free to call in at any time. The ambassador will be honored to speak with you and to answer any questions you might have about Algeria. Call us on 020-737-1619. The ambassador of Nigeria, Mrs. Nassima Baghli. Lovely lady. By the way, she brought us some cookies, Algerian cookies. So, in case you want to taste it, give us a call after the show. Oh, she's so awesome. She's so down to earth. God bless you, Your Excellency. Yeah. You know, I don't know whether you answered the question, what you love. Oh, you spoke about the hospitality.
Yeah.
Okay, so as an ambassador of Algeria, what are the main things you do for a job? I mean, for what's your function? What are the things you carry out in your position?
Yes. So we have a lot of activities. We have a lot of activities here, you know.
Yes.
Of course, my main mission is to strengthen the ties between Algeria and the Netherlands.
Yes.
And our relations are very good, but my mission is to enhance and to promote those relations.
Yes.
So you told me, you know, the main activities. So my main activity, maybe I will mention the field of agriculture, you know.
Yeah.
Because as you know, the Dutch are very good in this sector.
Yes.
And we have a lot of cooperation between the two countries on this issue of agriculture, because as you know, our continent is really in need of expertise and know-how in the field of agriculture.
Yeah.
We have a good land, very fertile land.
Oh, you mean Algeria has a lot of good fertile land? Because when you talk of Algeria or Northern Africa, we only think of desert. So.
Oh no, but desert. Yeah, of course, the main part of Algeria is desert. You are right.
How many percent? 90%? Or 90% of the land is all desert, or not?
Maybe 75, you know, percent.
Okay.
You know. But you know, even in the desert, we are also having agriculture, you know. And we just tried some years ago, and the results are very good.
Really?
So you know, we can speak about agriculture all throughout the country. But of course, yes, the main part is in the north. So we have very fertile, you know, lands, and we have a very good cooperation between Algeria and the Netherlands in this field.
Yes.
And we have an agreement. We just signed an agreement a few months ago.
Wow.
And we are having many people, you know, engineers going to Algeria to see how we can, you know, improve our production, and you know. So this field of agriculture is very important for me, and really I'm focusing a lot on this. Yes, on this issue. So we have also a lot of, you know, also activities, you know, for example, in the field of water. The Dutch, as you know, are also very good in the field of water management.
Yeah.
So we are trying also to benefit from expertise in this field.
I think I have a call on the line. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle.
My name is Bobo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the Excellency to Ambassador Suppose.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Your
you.
Excellency.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We love her,
Uh-huh.
but I have a question here.
Yes, sir.
You know, every continent has got the bad, the good, and the ugly
Yes.
side of the continent. But always what we see on television here,
Yeah.
we only see the ugly and the bad side of Africa.
Yes.
And I know she is aware of this. What does he take on that?
I really didn't quite understand, you know.
Repeat the question.
Did you hear,
Yes, he said, you know, every country has the good and the bad side.
Yes, of course.
And in Africa, most of the time, they only put the bad things out there.
Yeah, yeah.
You are an ambassador of Africa or Algeria to Netherlands. Okay, what do you feel about this sort of impression, which is negative impression, which is put out there about Africa?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We hear very often, bad news and a bad image from our continent. But we should, resist this perception and fight against this perception, and tell the people that in Africa, people are very good and they are working, for their country and for their families. And we have a lot of problems, of course, but we are trying to overcome these problems. And we are, in like everybody, in other parts of the world, Africans are just want to work to satisfy the needs of their families and to work for their country. And really, here I would like to launch an appeal to the African living outside Africa.
Yes.
To ask them, please. You have to gather, to talk, to have radios like Radio Naija, and to have also newspapers of your own to promote our ideas and our image,
Wonderful.
So it's very good, very useful that people living outside, Africa try to correct this negative impression.
Yes.
Thank you so
Wow,
much.
that's what
Uncle Baba, did you hear the answer?
I have an excellent answer from the Excellency.
Yeah.
We have something called African food court. Happening just opposite the studio she's standing now.
Okay.
So we would like to invite her on Monday, this Monday, around 11 o'clock. We are having a food court. It's all about food.
Okay.
African food.
Yeah.
Indonesia, Suriname.
Yeah.
So we would like to invite her to come and be a part of this food court.
Yes, next Monday?
Is it next Monday?
Yes, why not? Yes.
All right, you see.
I can have some more details, about the venue, and and I will call them,
Wow, that's powerful.
Okay.
It's a great pleasure, of course.
Wow, Baba, you won the lotto now. Listen, you give more information, I will pass it on to Excellency. Thank you, sir. Keep listening. Okay, bless you, Baba.
They are there with so many people just out
well,
and they have called many times
to
know whether you've arrived.
That was a good question. Thank you, Uncle Baba, for that. And by the way, if you're listening and you feel like, throwing in a question or remark, please do that. And let's honor the ambassador for being here today. And I like that answer she gave about correcting the image of Africa. We who are in the diaspora, we have the power to do that. Use the media, use everything at our disposal to bring out the good stories, the success stories about us, so that we'll override the negative images and the impression people have about us.
Yes.
Thank you so very much. That's a good one. You're talking about the cooperation between Holland and, your functions as an ambassador here.
Yeah.
You spoke about the cooperation between Holland and Algeria in the field of agriculture. Are there some more that you want to bring up?
Yes, I would like just to mention that my mission is to strengthen all the aspects, of cooperation. So political, economic, and even cultural. Okay. Because culture is also playing a good role, in bringing countries, more closer, to each other. So I think that culture can bring a lot, Yes,
yeah, maybe perhaps I'm ignorant, but I seem to hear too little about Algeria. Algeria is pretty much quiet. There are some countries which are there, but they're so quiet, but there's a lot happening.
Yes.
Algeria is pretty much quiet in the media. Maybe you agree with me or not, but why is that? There's no trouble. Everything's like peaceful and quiet.
Yes, it is peaceful. Hopefully, we are happy to have a peaceful country, of course. We cannot complain about having a peaceful country. But of course, as you know, Algeria is very involved in Africa, and we are helping a lot as much as we can. And, Africa is very important, and we have really to work together very closely. So, as you know, we have the African Union, and my country is very involved, in the issues dealing with African Union in Addis Ababa.
Yes.
And really, we are doing a lot to promote the Africa, be it in the political, field or peace and security also. Our continent is really in need of peace and security.
Absolutely.
To be able to develop, because our main task is development. That's the most important thing for us to do.
Yes. So the question I have next for you is, how many Algerians are in the Netherlands, and how do you manage to get them together, or to keep an eye on them and to be there for them?
Yes, thank you. So we have approximately 4,400 Algerians living here in the Netherlands. It's not that much,
So much, okay.
Yeah, comparing to other communities, but it's okay. So. Of course, I cannot reach them all, but we are having some associations, So through the associations, I can reach, the Algerian community here. And my message to them is the same message as I just said some minutes ago, is really to work and to promote a good image of Algeria and Africa, and there are many people who are very successful, and that's also it's very good for us to have people who really are
outstanding.
Have success stories here, in the Netherlands. For many Algerians have very good, positions in the Dutch society. So my message is the same, try to promote the country, your citizens, and give a positive image of Algeria and of Africa, and also to be supportive with one another, because the aim of the associations is to bring people together and to try to solve the problems they can face, and try to help them. And really, we really should work more on the issues of associations.
Yes.
Because, for example, through your radio, we can reach people, and maybe create more associations, and also to make them know each other, because everyone is working, on its side. But really, we have to work closely and together. I think we will be stronger if we work together.
I have a question for you. You are an Algerian diplomat, together with other African diplomats in The Hague. To what extent is this working together among the ambassadors?
I have to say that we meet very often, really very often, to coordinate our work, to have common positions. We are also, of course, have to comply with the African Union decisions. So we are bound by those decisions, and we try to promote also the African position here in the Netherlands and elsewhere. So really, we meet very often. They are very good atmosphere, between us, and really it's working well,
It is working well.
Yeah.
Well, I think that sounds good to hear. But maybe it's still at the higher level, but at the grassroots, we don't seem to be feeling what you are doing together at that diplomatic level.
Yes, diplomacy is not always, something that we can talk about, but you have to know that really things are working. For example, we just had some weeks ago a conference of, the state parties to the Convention on Chemical Weapons. You know that it is based in The Hague.
Yes.
So it was really a big conference. Many important issues were raised. And there is an African group, within this organization. So the group met very often to work, to have common positions, to think about important issues, and to forge a common position. So it's working. Maybe it's not very well known, but really it's working.
It's working.
Yeah.
You have to get the media involved.
Yeah. Now, the African citizens sometimes feel the ambassadors are so distant from them.
Yes.
They only see the ambassadors when they have to deal with consular issues like their passports or legalization. But even then, they don't get to see the ambassadors.
Yes.
So why are the ambassadors so difficult for us to meet with them?
I don't think they are difficult to meet. I'm meeting all the Algerians that they want to see. I'm here in your radio and in your studio, and I know that many ambassadors were here before.
Yeah.
So I don't think think that ambassadors are distant, you know. We are really trying to reach out to people and to be present, yeah.
That is reassuring to know. Thank you very much. Okay, so what impact do you think recent events in neighboring countries in North Africa has had on Algeria, and what lesson do you think our governments can derive from that?
Yeah. You know, of course, Algeria followed with great interest, you know, what happened, you know, in the region, you know.
Yes.
And of course, we respect the choice of the peoples there, you know. It's their choice, it's their country. So, all what we hope is that all those changes will bring peace and security and development. I was talking earlier about development. It's the most important thing. We have to move and to see to the future and you know, to work for the future generations. So once again, we respect what you know, what the people of those countries has done, you know, and now we have to move ahead, you know.
Yes.
In Algeria, of course, we are you know, of course, would like to help them, you know, and we are already helping them, you know. And the most important thing is security, you know, in the region,
yes,
in our region, and in the whole Africa. So, you know, Algeria has offered its, you know, cooperation and willingness to help, and we are helping. And we hope that
it goes better from there.
Yeah.
But do you think that is a sign of a new wave or a new change that is blowing across Northern Africa, and maybe the whole of Africa for that matter? Do you think that Africa has now gotten to a new level, a new stage politically, whereby things have to move in a certain direction? What are your feelings about that?
Yes.
No, but I don't think that we have to speak about the whole Africa, you know. For now, it just concerns few countries, you know. And, you know, but we have also many success stories, you know, throughout Africa.
Yes.
And we have, you know, now countries who are having, you know, elections, free elections and transparent, you know, democratic processes.
Yes.
So it depends. We cannot put all the countries in the same bag, you know.
Yes.
It's a big continent, a lot of, you know, many experiences, many specificities.
Yes.
So we cannot just draw a line, and you know, we have to see and to respect the choice of the people. Yeah. Okay.
Well, at this juncture, we would like to take a short break, and we invite our callers, of course, to give us a call on 020 7371619. The ambassador is here to answer your questions or listen to your remarks. This song is about Africa.
What good is it doing to Africa?
Do you understand the question? You are saying that African nationals who are living like here in Holland have to give up their nationality in order to become Dutch citizens. Hello?
Yeah.
So your question is what?
What good is it doing to Africa?
Oh, when Africans give up their nationality to become Dutch.
Yes.
Is that good or bad? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand the question?
I understand.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for the question. So yes, I know it's a big issue in the Netherlands. I follow the debate on this very important issue, which deals with nationality, you know. And I must say that, of course, I cannot interfere in the national debate which is taking here, you know, in the Netherlands. But I can just, you know, mention the experience of my country, you know.
Yes.
In Algeria, we recognize the double nationality. Yes. We feel it's important because we like it or not, you know, peoples have their roots, have their culture, have, you know, all this, you know, roots, you know, this background. And we cannot ask them to get rid of this background because it is here.
It's part of them.
It's part of them. It's really very deep, you know. And so the nationality is, I think, just a matter of, you know, of paper. And those people are living in the Netherlands. Of course, they are obliged to
comply to the laws.
Yeah, to comply to the laws here in the Netherlands. So I think we cannot ask people to choose between two parts of their person, you know, their roots and the background. And the fact that they are living in another country, and the most important thing, of course, is they have to respect the laws of the country, the tradition of the host country. It's very important. But we cannot ask them to choose with one culture or another. They are mixed in their mind, you know, and they are doing well, you know, with it, you know. They have two cultures, and cultures is really to have two cultures is very good. It's very rich. It's you know, make people more open, more tolerant. So really, I think that, you know, cultures are good, and we don't have to choose between one or another. It's really a forced debate, you know, to manage.
Okay. Now, the requirement to choose one nationality and to drop the other, is it from the Dutch government, or is from the home country of you know, the Africans, for example, or whichever nationality people are coming from, or is it a requirement of our host country, Holland, or of our home country?
No, it depends, you know. Each country has its own rules, you know, and regulations, you know. I know that some other countries also have only one nationality, you know. They can have people. So really, but the message I'm trying to pass, you know, is really to not to focus too much on papers, because they are just papers, you know, just documents, you know, that make people that they, you know, we are obliged, of course, to have some documents, you know. But the most important thing is to encourage people to be well integrated in the society, you know, and to comply with the laws and the customs of the country. It's the most important thing. But to ask them to choose, you know, I don't think it's possible. They cannot just split into, you know, and one day they can be from one nationality and the other day from the other one. It's a mix, a culture, and they are doing well with it, you know. We don't hear a lot of problems, you know. And really, as I said, it's how to say, richness, you know. It's something, added value to be from many cultures. And to manage with them, and the most important thing is to be a good citizen. You know?
Okay, thank you very much. Now, my next question, for Africans who are in the diaspora, what do you think, how do you think we can do better in order to make Africa become an important player on the political and economic stage of the world? Because I think our contribution as those in diaspora is you know, necessary. It's important.
Yes.
So how, you who is serving us now as an ambassador, how would you advise us to contribute towards empowering the image and the substance of Africa?
Yes, thank you. You know, I think that the diaspora, as I said, has a very important role to play, you know. Really, sometimes when I meet people, I don't feel that they are conscious about this role, because they just take it for granted that they are living abroad and they have, of course, their own problems, and I can understand. But they have also to have a broader vision, you know, and to be conscious about the fact that they are living abroad. It's okay, it's their choice, and we respect that choice. But they have also, I think, you know, they have to promote the image of their home country and of Africa. It's very important. And you are doing that in Radio Naija. Really, you are doing it, you know. And I'm very happy to hear that people are first listening to you, because if they call, it's because first they are listening to you. So there is an interest. So it's Monday morning, it's you know, the beginning of the week, and you know, but they are taking the time to listen to Radio Naija, and really I appreciate it a lot. You know, it has a lot of meaning. You know, it means that people are connected to Africa. You know, so it's very important. So I can only encourage them to do more. And as I said, they have to gather in associations. It will make them more powerful, you know. And you know, in Algeria, for example, but I'm sure it exists in many countries. We have programs, you know, that allow Africans who are living abroad to bring, you know, something to their home country. Everyone in its field. So we have, I'm sure, in many African countries, those programs exist. So they can, for example, come few weeks in the year to bring their know-how and expertise in a specific field, you know, to teach or to, you know.
So you mean, do you have something like that whereby you mobilize citizens, let's say those who are here, Algerians who are here, to do something back home, maybe periodically? You do that?
Yes, we have this kind of program. And for example, just last summer, we had what we call the summer university, and many people from the diaspora went back home for 2 weeks, I think.
Really?
And to teach at university, you know. Wow. So I'm sure it exists in many countries.
No, we've not heard that.
I've not heard that. Like that.
That's why our ambassadors must tell us. Yes.
You know, there are people out here with skills and talents that nobody knows about them. Nobody thinks about them.
Yes.
And meanwhile, they will be more than glad to do something back home. You know, contribute something. So I think more work should be done in this area.
Let the ambassador tell the other ambassadors. Let them use the media. Yes.
Because we who are in the diaspora, we feel distant from our diplomats and our leaders.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
You know, honestly, it takes a long while. Look, if somebody has a big function, a birthday or a party or a church program, then they'll come. But besides that, besides social engagement, we don't get to see our ambassadors.
Yes, and they feel lonely.
Besides the social engagement, they should be able to arrange things so that they can mobilize people who are in the community according to their different gifts, abilities and skills, and then see how they can put them to work one or the other.
Yes.
We want to see more of those things.
No, but I'm sure you know, many African countries are having this program. I think that you should ask, you know, the embassies, and I'm sure the ambassadors will be happy to answer you and to orient you, you know, whether they have, you know. So really, we have this program, and many Algerians living abroad are, you know, going back for a few weeks and bringing their expertise. And we are in need of this expertise. We are very happy that they are living abroad, and abroad they are learning a lot. They are really doing very well. So we are very proud of them. And I'm sure that many people would like to share what they have learned here with their citizens.
Absolutely.
So,
yes.
Yes, we can think about that, you know, to have a greater visibility, you know, about those programs. And we can work on them, you know. You know, really, I will ask also my colleagues here, the ambassadors of the other countries, whether they have this kind of program. And we will
let them promote it more, because there are people out here who want to do something, but they don't have the chance. You know, they should be given the opportunity, and they will gladly do it. Thank you for mentioning that, by the way. Okay, listeners, please feel free to give us a call before we run out of time. Your Excellency, I want to skip this question. Let me talk about tourism. How important is tourism to Algeria, and how are you promoting it here? Because I've noticed that we like to promote tourism from for, let's say, people who are in the West to go to Africa, which is fine, but we hardly promote tourism among African countries, like from Algeria to Ghana or Egypt to Liberia. We don't promote things like that. Tell us about tourism, how important it is to your the economy, and how are you promoting it within Holland and also within Africa?
Okay. You know, I must say that tourism has not really been given a lot of importance, you know, those last years in Algeria. But we are really conscious about this, and we are trying to correct this situation. So now, 4 or 5 years ago, you know, the government started, you know, to bring more interest to this sector. Because we are really a big country. We have the north, the south, which is very different, east and west, you know. It's really a big country. It's now, by the way, the biggest country in Africa, you know. After the split of Sudan, you know, after the creation of South Sudan. Because before it was Sudan and Algeria, but now it's Algeria. So it's the biggest country in Algeria. And we have many, you know, very different regions, you know, and many in the south. We have really very good, you know, how to say, landscapes, and you know, it's very beautiful. So we just started to bring more interest to this sector. You know.
So I mean, it's an underdeveloped sector.
Yes, I must say.
So what is the most dominant enemy Foreign exchange, and is it petrol, crude oil?
Yes,
that's
of course.
the main thing.
Yes, it's of course. We have oil and gas, so we are selling a lot of oil and gas, and we have a lot of revenues from those resources. But we can think about other resources, and tourism is the sector of the future, because oil and gas will stop when they another. So we have also to diversify our economy, and we have a beautiful country, and we can receive people. And
so are there interesting places in Algeria that you think we can visit?
Yes, probably. That many Westerners are going to the south of the country to visit.
What is that?
We have, very big, mountains, and the sand, the dunes. It's the landscape is really beautiful. Yes, and we have also, how to say, in the rock paintings.
Yes.
Paintings very old, and many people go to visit those rock paintings.
Okay, there's going to be more promotion on that, because we virtually know nothing.
Yes, I know, and of course in the north also we have a lot of things to visit. As you know, Algeria, many is at the crossroads of many cultures.
Yes.
We are African, we are Arab, so we are in the middle of at the crossroad between the Arab world and Africa.
Yes.
So we have a big heritage, many things to visit. Yeah. So we have also the many civilizations. For example, the Romans went through Africa, so we have the Roman also heritage. We have a lot of how to say, relics
from the past.
The past from the Roman, and maybe the most important ones in except of course Italy now. So, but not many people know that. So there are many things to visit. Okay. And I would like just to mention, you just said that. We have to promote, tourism within Africa, and really, you are absolutely right. We have to do that. It's not normal that people go to visit, the West Europe, but don't know about their continent. So it's we have to do something to promote tourism within Africa.
Okay. Well, give us your final words as we get ready to close. Any message you want to leave with our listeners? In the diaspora, our listeners here in Amsterdam, Algerians in the diaspora, and in the Dutch diaspora, just
do you want to ask
closing words?
Ambassador or what?
Yeah. Yes, I would like to say a final word. I would like to say to African people living here in the Netherlands that they have to be proud of being Africans, because Africa means a lot. It's a big continent. A painful story. We know that we've been through very difficult times. We have also we were colonized, but it's the past. Now we have to look to the future.
Yes.
And I would like to say that the potential is huge.
It's very huge.
Is huge. We are a rich continent in terms of agriculture, natural resources, and our greatest richness, I must say, is the people. Because nothing can replace people.
Yes,
people
exactly.
who work their country and who build the
That's
country.
right.
Yes.
So really, I have at the beginning we mentioned the fact that many we have very often we hear a negative image of the country, but we shouldn't be stuck to this image, and not.
We can change it.
Yes, we can change it and not be trapped.
No.
Yes.
Not be trapped, because the most dangerous thing is to be trapped within this image and not be able to look further. So it's up to us to have a broader vision and to say that the future belongs to us.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you so very much. Well, Your Excellency, it's an honor having you. Thank you for taking the time out on a Monday morning to be in the studio. God bless you.
It was a pleasure for me.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Have a wonderful week also.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you. It was really a pleasure. And thank you to our listeners.
Yes.